Hello everyone, it's Kylie Bertucci, Stamping Up Demonstrator in Australia here with you. Hello, welcome to you all. I can see so many names already coming up. We've got Charlotte, all our usuals, Tammy, Sue, Elaine, and welcome if this is your first time to our channel. Please subscribe. We love it when you subscribe and you follow us because we have lots of creative ideas, lots of things we want to share with you that we've learnt probably over the last 13, 14 years or so. So my husband Bruno, he sometimes joins us. Bruno's in the background today, so you'll see his name pop up. Oh yes, there already. He's like, hi everyone. Now he's asking where are you all watching from this morning, and also we would love to hear if this is your first time. So if you're we call the people who don't comment friendly stalkers. We only like the friendly ones because you're watching without telling us you're here. But we'd love to know if this is your first time watching us, or if you have watched us and you don't normally comment, so we can say hello. Charlotte said she can't stay for the whole time. Oh, well, thank you for popping on for a little bit. And it's so good that you can catch the replay as well. So just come back, check it all out. I've just remembered I haven't oiled my squeaky chair, so I might have to get Bruno to bring some cooking spray in here so that I can spray it while we're going live, because that's the only time I'm going to remember. That's how Kylie rolls. I like, Tammy, your hair looks great. Well, let's explain how my hair worked out like this today. Bruno and our assistant Jessie and I went into the city yesterday and we got completely rained on. So this is what happens to my hair when it gets wet. It decides to go a little bit curly. So yes, I haven't done anything to it. Just put a brush through it this morning. And yes, this is what happens when you get stuck in the middle of Melbourne with a downpour. There's been so much rain here. It is crazy. We are not flooded. Thank goodness. We've been keeping an eye on all of the creeks and the rivers around this area, but everything is looking okay. But we've had a few warnings. One warning that was only 10 minutes away from us that said to evacuate. So it's all very conflicting and very confusing, but we just figure we'll go for a drive, check out around the place, see if we can see any flooding and get out of here fast. Because I do not want to get stuck in floodwaters, that's for sure. Ah, I hear a new chair coming in. Because this is so squeaky, this one, it's crazy. Thank you, Bruno Bertucci. You're the bestest.
Hi, everyone.
While I'm standing here, I'm going to make myself a beveragino. Oh, that's so much better. Thank you, Bruno. I need to spray it. Spray and wipe. Now, I've got everything there. Everything looks fine there. Good. I think we're happy. I think we've got what we need. So today, I'm really excited about our card today. Let me get my loveitchopit cup. Did someone say beveragino? Let's get a beveragino, everyone. What are you all drinking today? I think I'm going to do an espresso furtado. Got my furtado here. It's just the right. I love it when you find a coffee that's just the right amount of strength. This one does it for me. It's great. So I'm going to jump on in. Now, one thing before we start, please just keep in mind, what is it? Oh, I cannot believe the date. Is it seriously the 28th of October? What on earth is happening to this year? Gone. Disappeared altogether. It blows my mind. I'm just like, how did the year just go? Wow. So we only have 30 days to September, April, June and November. So 31. So we've only got 3 days left of the special. So currently, if you join our team, you will receive... Oh, time for a cup of tea. Guten Morgen, Jessie. I was just talking about how we got wet yesterday. Jessie got very wet. We at least had hoodies. Jessie was not prepared. We do need a cup that says that, Rebecca. Did someone say beveragino? Oh, well done, Kathy. Kathy just made Bronze Elite. Bronze Elite is a very good title to get in Stampin' Up because it means you get an extra 5% discount. Whoop whoop! Congratulations! Because we love 25% discount. Normally you get 20, but yeah, 25th. Yeah, remember we're in the future, Charlotte. And guess what? It's actually the same. The future is not only different to you. You had a bag on your head. I took a photo. I said, it's the homeless lady. She did look homeless. No, she belongs to us. So if you wanted to join at the moment, you get $114 for free. So why wouldn't you? You only pay $169 and then you get to choose $283 worth of product. Yes, please. And after today, hopefully I'm going to add a new stamp set to your wish list, your shopping list, that you're just going to have to get, which is uniquely artistic. No, I'm not calling myself uniquely artistic or my card. I'm just naming it after the stamp set. So this is going to be fun. I have wanted to play with this for a very long time. And so we did a team get together. We have a team get together once a month where I pay one of my team members to run a class for us. One, it's great for me because I don't have to run the class. Two, it's great for my team member because they get paid and they get to practice doing a Zoom craft class. And three, it's fantastic because we all get to craft together. So we get to catch up once a month. So if you want to be part of that every month, then you can join our team. And that's part of just a snippet of the perks that you receive when you join our team. We also give all of our team members training. So if you wanted to do more with Stampin' Up, you could get the training, or some have gone and used that training to get a job. They didn't have a job before and they're like, oh, I'm going to use Kylie's training to go get a job. And we also give away the monthly tutorials. I've just put the link up for you on YouTube, but there's monthly tutorials that our team receive to help them creatively. So whether it's creative support that you need, business support, we've got you covered. And that is all of you everywhere around the world. You are welcome to join our training and you are welcome to purchase our tutorials. Sadly, they're not free, but sometimes when you pay for things, you have more appreciation, right? I find that anyway. Sometimes when I'm like, oh, well, it hasn't stung. But when you pay, you're like, oh, I've got to get the value out of it. I've got to get the most. So let me see if I've got the training link actually. I think that's the right one. Anyway, I'll get the training link for you before we finish. Now let me grab my beveragino. Did someone say beveragino? And I think that's an excellent idea, Rebecca. We did a cup with... Did someone say beveragino? What are you all drinking today? I know it's morning here, but I know it's in the evening for some of you. So some of you might be having something exciting because evening time, you might be having a G&T or something. Oh, wouldn't that be lovely? Is it 5 o'clock? It's 5 o'clock somewhere, isn't it? So if I go through... Yes, found it, everyone. I have no idea what quick key I called that. I have to look it up. Oh, you enjoy the tutorials. Oh, that's great. So, demonstrator training. I feel like it's... Anyway, it's all looking very strange there with demonstrator. Sorry if there's an error in here. Oh no, it's not. It's not happy. It's not letting me comment. You've been blocked, Kylie Bertucci. That's really quite funny. Oh, I can do a poll and a question and answer. Oh, that's a bit exciting. It's always something we're finding around here, isn't it? I call my coffee the wake up juice. I like that. So, let me show you the cards that Nancy... Now, Nancy did a really fun thing for our team. Nancy Hetka. If you want to look her up, you can. She's fantastic, really talented stamper. And we did a mystery stamping, which I've never done before. And I must say, my control freak in me was finding it very challenging not knowing what the finished product looked like and trying to follow along, because it meant I had to actually listen. Yes, I had to watch the steps come up on the screen and try and imagine what those steps mean. And I'm not the best at interpreting written. I'm very visual. So it was like, whoa, this is taking me way out of my comfort zone. But it was a lot of fun. It was really inventive. It was something I haven't tried before. So if you haven't done a mystery stamping, then definitely give it a go. Bruno's put up Nancy's YouTube link. Thank you, Bruno. But it is a lot of fun. And it created, like, all of us had different cards because we all use different products. And we all came up with something completely different, which I think is a lot of fun. So let me have a look here. Here we go. Card 1. Oh my goodness. So I was in the theme last week. I did all these monochrome cards. So I kind of stuck to that same monochrome theme last Friday, because I had just done it in the morning. If you were here last week, I did my black and white wedding cards. And this one. What? Aren't they gorgeous? So I'm really happy with this stamp set, but I thought today we might add a little bit of colour. Similar look, but I'll show you how we can turn this black and white paper and those stamp sets, put some colour on it and bring out the gorgeousness of that stamp set, because it's just so pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? I did have to fussy cut. There are no dies, but I think it's worth it, everyone. Don't you think it's worth it? So let's jump on in and have a bit of a play of... Oh, the cord just fell down. As it does. As it likes to do. As long as it's not my coffee falling down. Bruno's like, I just replaced your beautiful bench. Doesn't it look gorgeous, everyone? Thank you, Bruno. I really, really, really love this one. I promise to wipe it down after every craft use. I promise to look after you when in sickness and in health. It's so pretty. Now, let's have a play here and stop admiring the background base. But these are our beautiful, beautiful cards that we've got here. So I thought, let's maybe have a play with this one. We might be able to come back to this one. But I'll stamp enough so that we've got 4 flowers and this big leaf. But what I was vibing, I thought of Jessie this morning because we spent the day with her yesterday. And I know her colours are all of the purples. She just absolutely loves purple. And I was trying to think of what greens would actually go with these purples. So I've got the soft succulent and the mint macaron. I think it goes really nice with the fresh freesia and the gorgeous grape. So I think we can do a bit of a mashup with all of these. And what I'm thinking is, using the blends, we'll stamp the darker colour and then do some colouring in with the lighter colour so that it really accentuates those beautiful lines, but then it gets colour as well without sort of taking away from the image. So you ready to dive in, everyone? You ready to have some fun? Now, if you want to follow along, feel free. If you have our card templates are these ones here. They pop out the size that we're using today. And I'm pretty sure this is not the right one, so don't follow that one. We've definitely got a Calypso coral base. I think Bruno just found those on his travels in my room, my craft room. Highly likely. It's like, what have I found here? Oh, I think it's a card template. Okay, so I think first layer is Flirty. And then I'd say the next one down from Flirty, yes, is Mango Melody. So this is the kind of look that we've got happening here. And that's going to go on there. Oh, it feels a little bit smaller again. Maybe we did, what's the Daffodil Delight? Because that is, I think it might be these two actually. Mango Melody and Daffodil Delight. I do like that. I think that works. Let's go with that. I like that border. I think it looks very nice. But you could also do, if you wanted just a little bit bigger, then you could do the Flirty Flamingo with the Mango Melody as well. It's just a very, very thin border, which I think with these type of neutral on neutral, because in case you can't see it and you're wondering what on earth I'm talking about, there is two pieces of basic white there. I love that look of layer on layer. It's very subtle, but I think it really gives it a nice look. And then this one here is kind of lots of winging it, lots of eyeballing, but I always start with Poppy Parade, but with this one you'd have to start with Cajun Craze. Yes, Cajun Craze, because it goes all the way from the top to the bottom. So start with Cajun Craze and then you can cut down to where you want the piece of cardstock to be. I think you could even use the basic grey layer for something. Oh, it's a bit too small, the basic grey layer. But yeah, if you took the basic grey layer and then just made it a little bit larger, then you can sort of see what sizing you're going to be using for this card here. But I'll help you along the way as well. I'll spit out some random measurements for you that might help you to work it all out. So let's do this one here first, but I will stamp all of our images to begin with, and I will do the same on all of them, the same colouring. Should I? Yeah, I think I'll do the same. I could mix it up. I could do some pinks for all of you pink crazed fans out there. I know there's lots of you that love a polished pink or something like that. If we did polished pink, what green would we do? Hey, Donna. Oh, good. You like that, Rebecca? Yes, it's a beautiful set, isn't it? Really, really pretty. Did someone say Perfagino? Coffee. Oh my goodness, you're my friend. Bruno and I were watching cruise ship videos last night, and the person that we were watching, what did they say? It was so funny. Bruno, you can move out because I'm going to be living with my coffee now. It was something like that because they had a really yummy dessert. We're getting ourselves prepared for traveling again. Woo! So exciting. Will you guys watch our travel videos if we make travel videos again? Bruno always did such a good job. I've missed Bruno's travel videos. So the first thing we're going to do is get out our stamps that we need. So, and what I love about this one is it does have the colouring one if you want to, which actually looks quite, I want to stamp this just so that we can see what it looks like, because it looks like it's got distinctive on it, which would be a bit of fun. Why not? And it's got these cool little sort of shards here. They look very cool. Anyway, we'll have a play of that. And I've got these ones here. And it's always nice to get a stamp set out that you haven't used before. Last week was my first time using this stamp set. So you just get the clear blocks, pop them on there. Don't you love the clear stamps? Oh my goodness, it's the best thing that Stampin' Up ever introduced. It saves so much space from those wood ones. I don't know how we did the wood ones for so long. Change is hard, but when it happens, you're like, yes, that makes so much sense. How did we not do that earlier? So we need a bit of fresh freesia. We need a bit of gorgeous grape. What else do we need, peeps? We need, I'm going to use for the sentiment, I'm going to use the black emboss, so that's all good. And then I did say we're going to use the soft succulent with some mint macaron. Yes. Not a manual macaron. Yeah, I think those colours look really pretty together, don't they? Ooh, yes, what a combo. And very simply, let's start with the leaves, because I'll do the soft succulent first. Let's see if it's dark enough. I think it will be. I think oh yeah, that looks really pretty. Doesn't that look pretty? We'll do a few of those. Now you will have to watch me fussy cut today, but I think you can handle it. I'll tell you a story while I'm fussy cutting. Although I do go into like colour zen mode when I colour. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, I'm meant to be talking. Now, let's do the flower. I do want to test this flower, so I'm going to be doing the Gorgeous Grape background. I've got plenty of basic white here to test things out if we need to. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at this stamp set, people. Do you all have it in your life, this stamp set? Oh, Jennifer loves wood stamp sets. I love it. Living vicariously through our travels. I like that. Look how gorgeous that looks, people. Have you got this stamp set? If not, I really feel like you need it in your life. Now we'll just test. Oh, we're going to do 4 of these anyway. Yeah, you're either a fussy cutter or you're not. Bruno, he does not like fussy cutting, but he's left-handed, so I do understand why. I probably would hate fussy cutting if I was left-handed. Now, I've just done 1 extra because I want to test this out. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually stamp off, like use the same colour and just stamp it off and then stamp it onto the image. But I do like this contrast of the fresh freesia. Now, the only tricky thing here, which I don't think will be that tricky, no, not tricky at all, ignore me, is just lining it up. Now, it's not going to be absolutely spot on perfect. It's actually going to go outside the border, but I just wanted to show you what this looks like. And then we can decide whether we go with colouring ourselves or using the image. It is very pretty. The only thing I don't like is how it goes out the other. Oh, it's actually not bad. It's got like textural elements through it, which is kind of cool. Decisions. Because it will look very textural and deliciousness. Maybe I am going to stick with that because it's really quite pretty. It surprised me. And what is a really good idea here to do, because I'm always forgetting to use it, but the Stamparatus tool is perfect for this. So let's pull that guy out because he's there to help us. He's like, I'm here to help you and you always forget to use me. I could make your life so much easier. That's how he talks. It's his accent. And the reason why it's easier is because you can actually sit it down here like so and line it all up. So this has actually got quite a big border. I don't think I want that much of a border. It's not the look I'm going for, but this would be how you do it. If you're going to do it, this is how you would do it. Because it would be all the way around the outside. So we're just going to abort that mission. Abort. Electric scissors. What even in the world? So I've got here, yes, I think I'll do I think this is the light mint macaron, yes. I'm going to do light mint macaron just so that it's very subtle but adds that beautiful addition to it. Now let's zoom in because I know you want to see nice and close. Do some colouring. And I'll just close up these ones here so we don't get ink everywhere, which is highly likely with Kylie around. And no rhyme, no reason. You can just start colouring. If you want to leave a little bit of white, you could leave a little bit of white space. You can leave it in the centre or around the edge. So I've left a little bit here in this little spot. I think that's really pretty. I think if we did the other one, it would just go too far out the outside. And it's not really what I'm after. Another cool thing would be just colouring in one side of your tree, just the leaf, just the internal one like so. And I think that would give it a really funky look. I feel like it's gone all Scandi now. I don't know why that makes me think of Scandinavia, but it just looks really cool, doesn't it? Or vice versa, you could do your dark on the outside. Do you like that? I think I'm going to leave it like that, even though I did the bottoms differently, but it looks really good. And on this one, we'll try the bottom and see what that looks like. So I do want to colour all of, let's have a look. We can always add more, but you can't take away, right? So start with less and then go more. So these are the amazing alcohol blends by Stampin' Up, and they come in quite a lot of colours. Hopefully we can almost, I think we're getting to the point where we can almost get all of the colours. But they're fantastic because you can keep blending on this type of paper, and it will eventually go through, but it's not going to clog up your paper. If you did water-based colouring, you're actually going to get holes and all sorts of things in your paper, which we don't want holes in our paper. No, thank you. Now, make sure that I've got you on screen. I hope I had you on screen before. Sorry if I didn't. I went into Zen mode. I went to colour relax mode. You know what I'm like when I'm colouring. Oh, that's so pretty. I really love the contrast. But if you want to colour it all in, go right ahead, because it is just absolutely so pretty. Now let's do these top ones here, these flowers. So we're going to use, I'm pretty sure we've got a fresh freezer, haven't we? That's what I was saying to you. It's like we've got most colours, but if you don't, I see we've got a Highland Heather light. Oh yeah, fresh freezer light. You won't believe it, just before I went live, I wanted to pull down the blends so that they all sat nicely. Rebecca will understand because my team were like, it's really annoying the way it's sitting. And I've got to actually order some more of the Stampin' Up storage because it's got these beautiful blend storage. So we fixed it, but it was just slightly too low. And of course I had to fix it just before I went live and everything fell out. So Brenna's like, if you use the blends today, you're going to have to check every colour because they're all mixed up. And yes, they really are mixed up. I had Pool Party with Mint Macaron before. Now, this is an idea of what you could do. where we do the like stripy, which is kind of accentuating the flower even more. And I love how quick and easy this is to colour. Look at that. Coloured. I really like that. I think that's my fave, doing the partial. What do you think, everyone? Now, if we do a full one, let's just have a look at a full one. And what's really good is you can come in with the dark fresh freesia and create like even more patterns and looks to this. You can also come in with, there's a colour lifter that comes with the blends, and that can take colour away, which again is creating texture, and it gives it that 3D look when you do things like that. Oh, boom, coloured. Sorry, my noggin was in the way then. Let me get the fresh freesia dark, and we can have a bit of a play and see what that looks like. Dark Highland Heather, dark fresh freesia. Yes, they're well and truly completely mucked up. I could put them away properly when I finish. So what we can do here is just bring in this colour here. That looks really cool as well. Now you can leave it like that, or it's quite stripy, or you can come in with your light again and just do a little bit of, oh, hopefully that's the light. Yes. I was like, oh no, I'm using Highland Heather over the top. And really zhuzh that in. So this is where the blends get their name, because you can really start to blend that colour together. And what happens is that will dry a little bit, and then you'll just start to see sort of like a really subtle dark and light, which looks a little bit more natural. I'm just going to pop this underneath because I don't want to wreck my beautiful new background. Yeah, up to you. You can totally, I think leaving it dark looks really good. So yeah, have a bit of fun with your blends and do a bit of, like, that's the same, like we've used the same colouring, but it has a completely different look to it. I really like this. And then you could even do one that's got the darker fresh freesia. Sorry if I'm missing comments. I can see them flying along, but I'm deep in colour mode. I'll have a look in a moment. Really pretty. And look at this one now that it's drying. So if you really look in there, you can see just this gorgeous sort of depth of colour. Like, it's got the light and dark shade. It just looks so delicious. Yeah, I really like that. We'll do another one of them. So I like to, well, you can basically start with your dark. Really give that, just follow the lines, like every now and then, like there's no, don't get too technical with this. Have a bit of fun, just play around. You just follow a couple of the lines along, You don't have to get too fussy with all of this. And then you come in with your light and go over the top there. And there we have it. So this one's a little bit lighter than this one, but you can see just all these beautiful contrasting colours that are just going to look so good together. Aren't they pretty? Hello, Teresa. So Patricia said she likes the one with a bit of white showing. Yes. Looks good, doesn't it? Sometimes we can't help ourselves. We've got to go all the way and colour the whole thing, but sometimes holding back, it's hard to do, but sometimes less is more. Now, the first rule to my fussy cutting is that I like to get as close to my subject as possible. Sorry, I'm just going to zoom me out here because there's going to be a fair bit of movement. So if you get as close to your subject as possible, then you can roughly just chop away so that you can get in there. It's a step one to fussy cutting. So really getting close to that item but not chopping it out yet. That one we can leave. Now I just find it has less opportunity to get caught, or for my scissors to get snagged on something, or my hand to get in the way. Yeah, Regina. Yes, I know exactly what you're saying, Regina. It's just keeping an eye out so that we don't get stuck, isn't it? It's a bit of a shocker, isn't it? And yes, it's uniquely artistic, Bruno has just said. What's the stamp set? Sue asked that one. Yeah, I have to make sure that I meant to do it this morning for all of you, a reminder of the time. I was going to say going live, but you know, I was just getting out of bed. I'm like, I really need to have like a little Instagram square image graphic set up. Now, what I'm doing here with this cut is we're leaving a little bit of a white border. See how I've got a bit of a white border here? You don't want to go to the edge because then you end up cutting part of your stamped image. And the white border is really good because what it does is it covers a multitude of sins. Because no matter what, we can be the best fussy cutter. There's going to be, you know, an edge that isn't cut quite right or is a bit jagged. And by having the white border around the edge, it just hides those mistakes because they are going to happen with fussy cutting. And I think that's probably the main reason why a lot of you don't like fussy cutting, is it just looks all jaggedy and yuck and almost like a little bit childish. Like if you look at it and you go, oh my goodness, it looks like a 5-year-old kid cut this out. Like if you're feeling like that, it's probably because you are going too close to your image when you're chopping. So come out a little bit, leave that white border. And the other thing that I like to do is my left hand is navigating. So the left hand is the captain and your right hand is the skipper. He's just doing what he's told to do. And all his job is just to do the cutting motion, up and down, up and down. This hand never moves. It never changes direction. This does all the direction. This just chops up and down. It does not move. This moves. So I hope that helps you with a few tips. But see how it's got that white border? So if you looked closely here, if we look really closely, you know, there's this hacked edge here, there's a hacked edge here, but you're not going to see that. Even over here, oh, yucky. But if that was really close to the image, you would notice that. But because it's got this white border around it, it sort of, yeah, you don't notice it as much unless you really, really zoom in and look, which, you know, majority of people are not going to do. Unless they're sadists and they're looking for a mistake. And that means you have a beautiful card because they're having to look for a mistake on your card. It means that they're jealous of your amazing ability and have to somehow look for something wrong to make themselves feel better. There we go. A couple of these leaves. So again, the left hand is moving. Right hand, skipper, is just chopping, doing what I say. No movement. Oh, good. Donna's got this stamp set for free as a demo. I think that might have been where we got it. I was very excited when I got this stamp set. Can't believe we've only got like a couple of weeks until on stage. Woohoo! Now, if you're not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you don't know what on stage is, it's an amazing event put on by Stampin' Up! Themselves, and we're all going to be getting together and crafting and seeing new products, and it's all very, very exciting. I cannot wait to finally meet up with everyone after, like, I reckon it's 3 years. I think the last one was 2019. And I went to that one without Bruno. So Bruno hasn't been to on stage since 2018. Crazy. And so much has happened since then. So much, but so little. It's like, where did 2.5, 3 years go? What? Where? What? So I used to be really scared of like the big movements, like, you know, coming around here. But yeah, just it's crazy how you can just move this. It's, yeah, it's quite flexible. And ultimately with fussy cutting, it's one of those things that you'll only improve and only feel more confident the more you do it. So if you've just done it a couple of times and you're like, yeah, I hate fussy cutting, and then you kind of like join the I hate fussy cutting bandwagon, but you haven't really given it a chance to hone your skills, you know, give it a chance. Just keep trying. I think necessity for like stamp sets like this, I'm just like, no, I don't care. I'm going to learn how to do it because I want to cut out these types of images that don't have a die. And eventually, I actually grow to love it. Because I didn't love it to begin with. I was the same. I think we don't like the things that we're not good at. So I hope you're doing some Love It, Chop It, or doing some stamping and colouring. It's a great little thing to bring with you if you're going somewhere in the car, or you can do a little bit of colouring. Yes, practice makes possible. I think Sydney was the one when I walked past you and said, hi. Oh, that's nice, Kathy. Don't just walk past me and say hi. You've got to stop and have a chat. Go, Kylie, hi. And I'll be like, hi, where do I know you from? And you can say, I watch your YouTube. And I'll be like, oh, thank you. Can we get a photo together, Kathy? And then I'll get Bruno. And I've got Jessie coming along this time as well. So Jessie can even take photos, or Bruno can jump in and we can take a photo with Bruno so that we can collect all our on-stage memories. And then we usually just ask you, is it okay if we post you to our blog? Because we like to get everyone's permission, if it's okay to use your photo on social media. And yeah, so just, stop us. When we go to on stage, we belong to everyone else. We are prepared. I get extra food for Bruno so that we can stop and chat, and like that's what we're there for. So if for any weird, strange reason, I doubt will ever happen, but if it did happen that we were somehow like, not responsive to your hello, it's that something major has happened, a medical emergency, a family member is not well, or Bruno's starving. I have sent him away before and said, you need to go and eat. You need to eat now. So he was like hypoglycemic. So they're the only times that you'll see a response that isn't anything but warm and friendly and hugs and so yes, please come and say hello. You are safe with us. We're not going to be like YouTube, hi, all friendly, and then in person, get lost. No, we are not. This is who I am. I'm the same person on YouTube as I am in IRL, in real life. Look at that, peeps. This is our last one. I'm actually quite sad. Can you hear it in my voice? I'm like, no, I want to keep chopping. It's just like one of these things. Like this would be a great thing to bring camping. Just like stamp a whole heap of these out and just sit there, watch the kids and snip. It's just brilliant. Just take your time. La la la. Put some music on. Watch an episode of something you love. Look at this, people. Let's put that scrap over there. Whoa. Do you know how much I love these colours together? So pretty. Ah! Look at that. I feel so accomplished. Mine are on Tuesday, so I don't miss. Bruno is your friend, Derek. I was busy in my suitcase, was I, Kathy? Oh, still stop me. You can stop me anytime, especially this trip. I'm really excited because we have the amazing Jessie Scott joining us, my assistant. And I don't know why we haven't done it before. So she joined up so that she could come along to on stage. And I'm so excited to have her. So we're going to have lots of help. Yes, I am loving the colours of the flowers too. Oh, Sally's going to miss out on stage this year. Yes, definitely come next year. I think it was a little bit, even when I booked, it was a bit unsure, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to book anyway because I want to get the PPP, which is like the pre-order. I wanted that, and I wanted all the goodies. We were going to organise some team members to pick up the goodies for us. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to book anyway because then I get all the extra goodies and the perks and all the rest of it. And then if I go, I go. If I don't, then that's okay. But yeah, it's worked out really well because I was a bit unsure with COVID and everything like that, but it all looks good, which is fantastic. It's good to have the flexibility. So I know they're so pretty, aren't they? So now we've just got to make some decisions as to what we're going to mount them on, what colours. So we've got this beautiful background piece here. I think it might actually look nice on some fresh freesia. What do you reckon? Let's have a little play and look. I think this side piece could be a bit of basic white. So we're imagining it like kind of like so. So it's just going to be the exact same card, but we're using colour instead of monochrome. I know, isn't that the coolest? I do like the black. And then we're going to colour this background here too. Well, let's have a look at mixing it up with some gorgeous grape. Oh, even that on its own is really pretty. Like that. But let's have a little looky here and see what it would look like on here. Maybe we could run it through the embossing. That would be pretty, wouldn't it? Just so it has a little bit of substance to it. And then we'll do the base, the gorgeous grape. I think that will bring it in really nicely, hey? So let's have a play of that. Let's have a play, everyone. So Kathy said she hasn't been to On Stage before. Definitely go. For those of you that have been, would you recommend that Kathy go? Yes, you need to go to a Stampin' Up event. They are so amazing. We always have so much fun at the events. And if you don't know people, then yeah, come up to the Crazy Crafters. We'll adopt you if you live in Australia. We're happy. We're adopting people all the time. And you could also meet other people too. If people, if you don't feel welcome, just move along until you find, maybe you could find someone who is also there on their own. What's good about Facebook is you can sort of put it out there on some of the groups and say, look, I'm going to On Stage. Is anyone going on their own? And would they like to meet up? Like, it's a little bit vulnerable putting yourself out there, but it's just social media. So you can just ask someone, like, is there anyone that I can meet up with? Or you can message us and say, do you know of anyone going to this event? Because we know a lot of demonstrators around the world, and we can say, yes, we totally know people going to that event, and we can like connect you. That's all part of the fun. You get to meet new people. It's so good. You have a blast. So just remember that this piece here needs to be the full height of a regular card. So that would be, we do 14.9 or you can do 14.8, whatever suits you in Australia. And in the US, the full size of the card is 8. Is it 8.5, that height? Oh, 5.5. So 5.5 inches you want this to be so that the height is right. And I'll explain why in a moment, because you want it to go edge to edge. Now I'm going to just come over here and pinch my measurements. So I did looks like 5.5 centimeters, which on the US you wouldn't do, you probably would do 2.5. But you can always cut down or make it bigger or smaller. Yeah, that looks pretty good there. Now, I think I might bring in, I could possibly bring in some of the gorgeous grape actually, sort of to back it. But I do like the basic white being behind it too. So I've got some basic white here. And I've got some more. Actually, I'll get some of my scrap gorgeous grape because Jessie will be really proud of me if I use the scraps, because I put them in a bag and then I end up never using them. I pack them away, never to be used again, but it's a really good idea to use them. So this looks like it's already been cut, yes, to the size. Now this one here, I'm just going to do like, I might do it a little bit bigger actually, because I'm going to do I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a little layer of the basic white, so just make sure that that is chopped to the right size. And I'm going to do that 3 millimeters larger than this one, like so. So it's got that beautiful little tiny layer behind it, just to accentuate that. But then I also want to bring in some of the gorgeous grape as well. So let's have a look at what size we'll do. So I think if we do, I'd rather go larger. I'm going to do 6.5. I'd rather go larger than smaller. So if you're using inches, I think I said to do the fresh freezer at like 2.5. So you can just do like 1/16 of an inch or 2/16 of an inch to get your next basic white layer. And then you're going to go to, I reckon go to 3 inches for your gorgeous grape layer. And that's just going to give that all really yummy layers and deliciousness there. And then we're going to bring in our paper. And I've got the paper is from the black and white. And I love, love, love this one here. I just think it's so amazing. So I think this one here will be nice. So we'll do a little cut of this one. I think this is already so we're going to do this one about 8. I'll do 8.5 because I can always go smaller. Can always chop down, but you can't make something larger. Yeah, I'm glad I did that size because I like that on there. So let's have a look at these layers. Layer upon layer upon layer. I know, it is very hard when there's choices, isn't there? They all look good. That's what I've got to keep saying to myself. It's like, just pick one. Don't take too long. Just pick one and move on. Okay, so this is what we're looking at the moment. We've got our paper. We've got these beautiful layers here. And I really love this look. What I'm going to do behind here is I'm going to colour this in fresh freezer. But let's just have a look when we layer all of our gorgeousness flowers. So they're going to be something like this. And like so. So looking at this, we could go like a few colours here. We could do the fresh freezer. We could even go darker and do the gorgeous grape. We could go for the mint macaron. Or we could even bring it in a different colour. Or we could leave it white like that. I do like it like that too. So there's lots of different options here of what we can do. I think this background though, I definitely am looking at embossing that. Because I do like it, but I feel like it just needs a little bit of texture. I wish we still had our subtle folder. Wouldn't that be pretty? So pretty. But let's have a look here at what embossing folders we could choose. See, something like that might be nice. Hey, it's sort of like that's the elegant eucalyptus, because that could be like a really nice sort of background piece. Even this one here is really pretty. You could do the top and the bottom. We've got the beautiful fern. That would be gorgeous. I mean, any of these are going to look so amazing. Like even gingham, like that looks quite geometric. It would kind of bring in the background. Ooh. leaf fall. That one's quite nice too, isn't it? Some stripes. That could look like a bark kind of background. That would look really good. Here I am going for subtle, and then it's like, let's go bold. These are really pretty, but we'd probably have to put it like this. The only thing with this is I feel like it might conflict a little bit with what we have here. Pretty flowers. Oh my goodness, it's always a favorite of mine. So pretty, but we want something a little bit more subtle. Maybe cascading ruffles. That's very pretty. Ooh, bit of timber. See, Kathy? Oh, I think we've got it, people. I think this is my new subtle folder, the time worn type. Oh, hang on. Painted texture is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, there's too many choices. Oh, a tasteful textile. I think this one's a retired one though. It's got I think I kept this because it's just, I couldn't part with it. We'll have to look this up and see if this one's available. This is a good one for subtle. And then even these ones, twigs and sprigs. That might be a really good opportunity to use that one. Oh my goodness, people. What are we going to do? How are we going to pick? Oh, splatters. Oh. Von. I know. It's so... Oh. They're so beautiful, all of them. Let's have a look here. Oh my goodness, everything just fell out. It's all on the floor. Oh no. Okay, it's back in its box now. Get back in your box. Now, let me have a look at these splatters because I feel like some of these could be retired. It has been a little bit since I checked them. So before I select one, let's just make sure that it's still available for you all to purchase. Otherwise, you'll be all sad. You'll be like, oh, I wanted to buy that, Kylie, and now we can't because they're not available. That'll be your voice. Kylie, why did you show me something I can't get? Let me show you my screen. Bruna did this amazing card, by the way. Plentiful Plants. Come over to kyliebertucci.com and you can go to our Stampin' Up store and check it out. And let's have a look here. I wonder if splatters is still available. I don't think I've ever used that one. Ooh, stripes and splatters are still available. Look at that. That looks so cool. Might be a little bit... Oh... Might be a bit too much, maybe. We can do a little bit of playing. We can cut a few of the fresh freesias. What was the other one? Time worn. Ooh, it is still available. I do like this one. I think that's going to look really good. It's just subtle. It's giving like texture, which is what I want. I just want a little bit of texture behind, which I think I'm vibing that. Because I think the other ones might take away. And the other one that I think is... Yeah, so the tasteful textile. I'm sorry, buddy, but you need to leave the room. You're retired. No, he's not available anymore. And neither one of them, I think that was the one that I was really sad about leaving. And painted... All these embossing folders are so gorgeous. Painted texture, is that one? It's still available. I love this one. Ooh, look at that, people. What do we choose? What do we do? So I think we're gonna do a quiz between... I need your help. I can't decide. I think we've got the three that we're going to choose from, okay? I've cut it down to 3 at least for you. I have been semi-kind. Tasteful Textile, you go over there, buddy. Stop sneaking back into our embossing folder holder. Rhymes. So I think these are the 3 that I'm vibing. So lock in what you would like, or which one you think will look the best. And while you're doing that, I think I'm going to colour this guy in. I'm going to do, yes, I'm going to do this side, and I'm going to do Fresh Freesia. So lock in all your, I'll be watching the comments down here. Ooh, someone said stripes. I love a rebellious person that brings in one that I haven't got here. That's something I would do. Hi, Donna. Hi, Emma. Oh, Emma's here. Hi, Emma. We're having a bit of fun doing multiple choice. It's like choose your own adventure. I loved those books. I'm going to let you all choose your own adventure. And then when we finish the card, you've all been a part of it. Even if I don't choose what you want me to do, you're still part of this journey. Time Warner splatters. Ooh. So let's do some colouring here. Yeah, splatters are amazing. Ooh, I think our Amazon order might have arrived. Do you know how much I stinking love Amazon? Oh my goodness. Like, next day delivery. What even? How is this possible? Like, does a drone send it? I needed M&Ms for a cake I'm making for Bruno's sister. It's their anniversary, so I've made chocolate cake, and I'm going to put butter icing and M&Ms. And yes, I will take a picture and put it on the group, on the Instagram for you. On the Insta. Ooh, we've got a lot of painted texture. All the stripes. Ooh, another stripes. Yes, the eucalyptus. Yes, I always like the painted too. I think you're all going to make it so difficult for me because there's not a clear winner. I might have to actually do all 3 of them. I think we're going to have to emboss them all and then decide. It's the best way to decide, really. Because we can't, I have to visualize what it will look like. Because we might choose one and be like, you know what, it looked good in my head, but now that I'm doing it, yeah, it's a really yummy chocolate cake. Donna Hay, if you live in Australia, we love Donna Hay, and it's one of her chocolate cakes. She has amazing brownies too. In Australia, we can buy her box kits, but she has lots of recipes. She also has a cheesecake. Oh my goodness, it's a blueberry cheesecake. Yeah, she's one of my favorite bakers. I also like Marion Grasby. Go look up Marion. She's just come up with some bao bun kits. I'm like, oh yes, I really, really want to make baos. They look like they're a lot of work, but I think it will be fun. And who doesn't like bao buns? Oh my goodness. Put delicious chicken on there and ugh. Yum. I can't decide. Either can I, Caitlin. Ooh, I think the splatters will look like... Yes, I'm going to do that, Patricia. Patricia said emboss all 3 and then we can choose. Yeah, I'm totally going to do that. It's the best way to decide. This is how we do it. This is how we roll on the Bertucci channel. Oh my goodness, look at this already, people. Isn't that gorgeous? It just makes such a difference being able to colour your own paper. Love, love, love black and white paper. So if you're wondering what this black and white paper is, I didn't show you on the screen, but let's do a little search here. And it literally is called black and white paper. So it's nice and easy to find. It might be like an ampersand. There it is, black and white design, and it is an ampersand. So this is the paper. And you can get it now, $21, and there's a lot of just different designs. Like this would look really good even with the polka dots, the stripes. Ooh, the stripes would look lovely because that would sort of go match with the stamp set. But it's great because you can colour them in, and they're sort of grey on one side and then the black and white on the other. So if you wanted to use the grey side, you can. Yeah, it's really, really great paper, this one. So look out for that one. It's a winner chicken dinner. Now I'm going to get the other pieces of fresh freesia. What did we end up cutting it? We ended up cutting it at, I think it was 5.5 centimeters, wasn't it? Yes. So let's do 2 more of those, and then we can decide. Then we can pick a winner. I think it's that way. That's the height. Yeah. So we'll go. And I like to do this. If I can't decide something, then I just get them all ready, and then I can visualize it. And there's nothing wrong with doing this. This is like a great way to make sure that you're picking absolutely the one that you love the most, because you can look at these embossing folders and think, yep, I know which one. But then when you look at it embossed, you may feel differently. So this will be an interesting test for all of you. Will you change your mind? Will your mind be changed? So I'm bringing in my trusty little stamp and cut and emboss machine, because he's the bestest in the whole world. Just my one's the bestest. Says me. Now, this has got a different plate, because this is, some of them are, I think they're all 3D actually. So with the 3D one, you can read the top here, it will tell you. But the 3D one is the one here at the bottom where it needs plate 4 and plate 1. So this is plate 1. And over here is plate 4, which is actually the dark grey one. And I'll put all the others together so I don't lose them, because we know what I'm like. If there's a possibility of me losing something, I will. Okay, we've got number 1. Let's have a look. Oh, it does look very nice. And we could even maybe do a bit of sponging on there if we wanted to. Okay, time worn. Done. Now we've got splatters. Come here, little splatters. I'm a bit excited by the splatters because I don't think I've actually used this embossing folder before, and yet it's gorgeous. Why have I not used you? I need you in my life. And I'll come back here and do painted texture while I'm at it, and then I'll show you the other one. Whee! So that was nice and easy. Now we have 3 prototypes, and the cool thing is, if I want to, I can make 3 cards. Ah, why not? With all the different embossing folders. So we've got time worn. Ooh, painted texture. Seriously, I love using this machine. And the splatters. Okay, let me zoom in here. Oh, oh, oh. Wow, wow, wow. Aren't they gorgeous? So let's have a look here. We've got layer upon layer upon layer. We've got time worn, not Shane worn. Ooh, I do love that. It's like, it's adding without detracting. It's very, very pretty. And remember, we're going to have a sentiment here as well. And we're going to put that in Gorgeous Grape and emboss it. So it's really going to tie everything in. But that looks really pretty. That's time worn. Now let's swap it out. I'm going to go this side because I noticed I sort of cut the edge a bit there. But, you know, no one's going to know. Just you guys. It just looks like it's part of it. Oh. Oh, no. It's still making me want them all. That is really pretty, that one. I think I like that one more than Time Worn. It's really textural and yeah, it's amazing, that one. And now the splatters. Here are the little splatters. It is very nice, this one too. All three of them are so nice. I thought, oh yeah, we'll do it. We'll do them all, and then that will give us a clear winner. Wrong. It's made it more difficult because they're all really beautiful. That is really cool too. Okay, lock in your answers. I think I know the one that I like the most, but I'm going to go with what you like the most because I'm that sort of person. Yes, I will have to make 2 more cards now to use them all. I just want to do the painted texture one again because I must have nicked the edge. So lock in your answers. Ooh, I can't wait to see what you're going to pick. Painted. Oh, someone loves fussy cutting. Joyce, was that you that said you love fussy? No, Tina said she loves fussy cutting and she's left-handed. Well done. Ooh, Time Worn. I know, it's so difficult. Stampin' Up does it to us, Rissa. Painted texture, painted texture. I've just fixed the painted texture so that it doesn't have the edge. Because this one here, when you do the edge to edge in the non-US Canadian size, it's very close to the edge. So you've just got to be very mindful of getting it right within those 2 squares, or you end up with like this lip. And we don't want a little lip there. I wasn't planning on having a lip. Oh, I think the one that I wanted is winning. It's between Time Worn and Painted for sure. I must say, I do really, really love this splattered though. But I don't think on this card, I think it detracts from the flowers. So I think we've got a clear no for the splattered. So I feel like it's between Painted Texture and Time Worn. And I'm going to go with Painted Texture. Yay! I really like it. But I really love Time Worn too, but I really love the texture of Painted Texture. It is one of my favourite embossing folders of all time because it's just like how do they make it look like it's like, yeah, no one would know that we've run that through a machine. It's so cool. So that is all of those. Now the last step I'm going to do with you is our sentiment. And then we can maybe add a couple of the matte black dots. What do you reckon? Just to bring in that black in that piece there. or we could even use my favorite enamel basics, the white ones. Oh, it's looking so pretty, isn't it, everyone? Are you impressed? I am impressed with us. We are rocking it, people. So let's have a little look here at our sentiments. Now, I used a different set. So I think I used the brand new one, which, have you all got the fitting florets? It's so gorgeous. Oh my goodness. You need it in your life stat. So when you sign up, you can actually add it to your order. Let me have a little look here. I know that embossing folder is amazing, isn't it? Looks so good on here. I'm so happy I got your help, everyone. Because I don't think it was one that I was going to use, but yeah, it's incredible. Now, if I go over here, what is the stamp set called? I think it is fitting florets for the stamp set, isn't it? Because I want to have a look at the sentiments on there. So you can only pre-order the fitting floret bundle, the suite. Framed florets. Okay, yes. So I'll just get because Brenna's already packed up for me. Yes. Oh, framed occasions. No. Framed florets. Maybe Brenna's got it in his room. He was stamping before. And there is a big gaping hole here. So maybe it has gone for a walkabout. Yes, it does look like there's a couple of stamps missing. Here they are. I think I found them. Yes. Sorry, Bruno. I did accuse you. But I found it. So we've got some gorgeous, gorgeous sentiments here. And I think I'm going to use this one here, maybe. Oh, maybe. Oh, there's so many good ones. Even this one. So pretty. So I just want to get, let's have a look here. That is very cool, that one. So let's just do a couple of them, because we can. Why not? Yeah, I've got 3 here to choose from. This has been fun today, everyone, hasn't it? And I love that it was a card that I already had made, and then we've just completely turned it on its head. What was there before is completely different to what it is now. I feel like I need some more blocks. I feel like I need some more of the, I think it's C. Oh, this one should fit. Not really. I want some more C blocks. I'm going to put that in my next order. I don't know why I tolerate these things. I'm like, oh, I really need this. Well, just go order it already. If you need it, I give you permission to buy it, Kylie Bertucci. You're allowed to go shopping. I'll let you. So I like to use a lot of powder because it gets rid of all the static. So really knock down on there and put lots and lots of embossing powder. And we're going to do 3 sentiments here because we can. Why not? And I've got a nice new inked up Versamark. very important for your embossing. So I've noticed there was, I think it might have been Leanne Slee. She said that she kept having issues with her embossing. So just a couple of things to check with your embossing is your Versamark. Is it nice and inky and new? I am not a fan of re-inking Versamark. I feel like it just changes, like, yeah, I can't get it to spread properly. I can't get it to sit properly. So I just buy a new one. Just get a new one. That's my hot tip for you. Just go, it's worth the extra couple of dollars. And then you know you're going to have a really good quality canvas for your stamping. The other thing, because you can see it's just so inky, like you can already see all of that stamping on there. That's how you know it's a good Versamark. If you're stamping and you can see it, if you can't see it, how on earth is your powder going to stick to it? It's not going to. So that could be issue number one if your embossing is not working. Issue number two is your embossing powder does actually go off, particularly if you put it in a container that isn't sealed. So I always keep them in the Stampin' Up! Containers because I know I'm going to screw this lid back on and it's going to be nice and tight and it's going to be happy and there's going to be no air getting in there. But if you let air in, it does go off. I've had it happen to the gold. It's never happened to my white, but it did happen to my gold and it just would not, it wouldn't melt. It just didn't emboss at all. So just check those things. The other thing is that you could be tapping off too much. So when you get to this point here, we can see here that the loved bit, see the L there? And even here, the little, it's all sort of powdery. Even here, so lucky to call your friend. So you're going to come back in and do it on top of the parts that haven't grabbed properly, even my. And again, tip it out. But just be really, really gentle in how you tap. Sometimes you're actually better off coming in with your brush than you are tapping. Because if you tap too much, you're going to lose that powder from that word. So just come in with your little brush. And a lot of these I'm going to be cutting out around anyway. So it's okay if there's a couple of little flyers. You're much better having a couple of little flying dots around than having bits and pieces missing. So you can see, you know, this is all looking really good. There's lots of powder coverage. You know, everything's looking happy. Maybe the U, you can see here, it's got a little bit missing on the U there. So you can just come in there and again, very, very gently, just move that away. And that's looking a lot better. So just take your time to look at how it's going to look before you put the heat to it. Because if you've got bits and pieces missing, well, guess what? It's going to be missing when you emboss. So I hope that helps give you a few tips. The other thing that you can do is just be aware that your setting on here does have two settings. So you can go lower. So it's got 1 and 2. You can actually see the writing on the machine. 1, 2. So we're going to go to the 1. And what you can do, if you want, in fact, we can go to 2. And just hold your hand out until it heats up. Really let it heat up first before hitting your cardstock. And then when you hit your cardstock, just go to 1. Or the other alternative is to come underneath, because you could be flying bits and pieces away that were actually intended to stay there. So just come underneath. You don't want to get too close to your paper, but just be patient. I've got it on level 1. A lot of people didn't know that there's a 1 and 2 setting. But see that? It's starting to really melt now. You can see the difference between powder and melted. So we're on little and U. See how that's, you're seeing it change before your eyes, that it is melting. Because that's what it's doing. It's melting that powder. So that's looking really good. Now we'll go over to friend and see it changing. I'm coming from underneath, so if you're having problems with flying and bits and pieces coming off where it shouldn't come off, maybe check your Versamark, because it really should stay. But this is another alternative for you to try. Put it on level 1 and come underneath. And then the thank you with all my heart. There we go. Yes, I love the effect of embossing too, Donna. It's so beautiful. Nothing quite like it. And we've started using the black emboss instead of the Memento ink, and we just love it so much more. I don't know why we didn't change over, because Bruno has been complaining for so long that it's not black enough. He's like, it's not dark enough. It's almost like a dark grey. And so on these cards here, it's black emboss, and it's just so beautiful. It just gives such a gorgeous shine and gorgeousness. So we emboss quite a lot, and we love that Stampin' Up! Have got all these tools to be able to emboss easily and quickly. I always have my heat gun ready to go next to me. I've got like a little trolley, and then this tray just means we can pop it right back in. Actually, I'll just use the brush to take off any of the extra fibers that may have got stuck. And I only use the tray for my white emboss. I've got another tray that I bought, and hopefully Stampin' Up! Allow us to buy the trays individually, because it's good to have your different colours, a different tray for each colour. And then everything sits in here, so it's ready to go at all times for me, with the heat gun really close by, and also the little embossing buddy, of course. You need all of the tools together, and then it doesn't become a big deal. Like it used to be such a big deal to me, and I don't know why, because it's really not. It's not a big deal at all. It's just what we do. So let's test these out and see which one we like the most. I might need your help again. Might need help deciding. I do love this sentiment. Isn't that cool? So this is the brand new set that's coming out 1st of November, I'm pretty sure, for customers, or you can pre-order it now if you're a demonstrator. If you've had any problems ordering it, particularly if you live in Australia, I don't know what it's like in other countries, but there was a couple of it was like the gold embellishments weren't available, so you can just go on in and order everything except for, just order it all separately. The only thing that you get the discount on is the bundle. So just order the bundle and then each other item individually, and then you can get it now. So if you haven't already pre-ordered that, you need this suite in your life, because the paper, everything is just so, so pretty. The stamp set. There we go. So nice, isn't it? Just makes such a difference what we use for our sentiments. And you may decide just to have a whole lot of sentiments ready to go. You can make your card, and then when you're ready to post it to someone, then you've got all these sentiments ready that you can just pick up and go, yep, I'm going to use you. So then you're not having to decide if you don't have a particular card that you're making. I'm in paper cutting mode. Oh. It's the same as colouring for me. It's the same feeling. It's just like calm. It's amazing. Don't know what it does to my brain. I won't say the brain because you may have different experiences to me. But my brain goes very calm. Okay, so let's stick all these together and then we can decide what sentiment we're choosing. So I think I'm going to... No, we'll raise some of the things here, I think. This can all get stuck down. I think I was in the process of getting a new glue. Let's feel this one. Still might have a little bit in here. I think I'll get a newbie. Nothing worse than having to try and unstick glue. Oh, we need some more glue. We've only got 7 bottles in there by the looks of things. I like to have a tray of 20 just in case there's a shortage and then I'm not stuck. Beautiful. I love Tombow because I can sort of wiggle it to where it needs to go. And I can always trim. Oh, that looks all right, actually. Good. What's it look like up the top here? A little bit there, but it looks all right. Just zoom out a bit more. Okay, now these layers here. Now, like I said, you could even just add a little bit of... not a lot, but I just want to grab a little bit of the colour. I'm just going to use the sponge daubers to do that, just to accentuate the beautiful embossing that we did. I've got my fresh freesia. I like having a colour for every... And it doesn't have to be much, okay? We don't want to go too crazy, but I just stamped it off a little bit. I'm just testing it first just to see how dark this is. All it's going to do is just pick up on those grooves. And then instead of just being like, hi, it's going to be like, hi, do you come here often? Hi. But without daubering, it's hi. You might like hi. You might just feel like hi. But I just want a little, hi there. Just want the inflection to be a little bit more out there. Isn't that pretty? Very, very minimal. You don't need a lot. Don't go crazy. But around the edge, we can go a bit more crazy. And because we've got the basic white layer underneath, It's really going to accentuate and lift this piece, because it really is part of the story, right? It's the hero of this story as much as the flowers. There we go. I do love using the sponge daubers. Look at the difference. So all of a sudden now you can really see that texture. And it's not like as if it's taking over, but it's hi, I'm here. Like, I'm really happy to see you, instead of hi. Yeah, whatever. Pretty. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Look at that. Now, I want that line to be sort of covered there. We could do it, but I want it on that edge there. So it sort of looks like it's got lines coming down. And we want to compile this like so. And then we're going to pick our sentiment. I do really like that one. That one's really nice, isn't it? This one here, I feel like we could use this one. However, I feel like everything just needs to be moved up a little bit, just to give it that space to rule its spot. That would be my only I think something like that. If you're going to use one like that, it's sort of half on, half off, and it's sort of sitting on the paper but not really. And then this one here is the same as the one that we use, and that would be brought back down. So lock it in, people. Which of the sentiments? Thank you, friend, loved. Thank you, friend, loved. Which one are you going to go for? And I'm going to stick this piece down direct onto there, because I know where I would like it to go. Thank you, friend, loved. And I'm going to raise it on dimensionals too. Ooh, thank you, friend. Thank you. I do need an insert for the middle too. I think I had one here. Yes, I do. I think I have a piece here that we can run down the edge. Ooh, friend. Ooh, I've got a loved. Hi, Tiffany. Good to see you. Aw, so glad you can come by. Ooh, lots of friend. Thank you. And the Designer Series paper in IKEA is black and white, it's called. It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's one of those staples that you just have to have in your life, because it's so good, because you can colour it. Thank you. Oh, there's lots of thank you. It is a gorgeous one, that one. It is really pretty. I think that's going to be the go-to. Ooh, I'm going to do that one on the inside that way. the thank you's a clear winner. Thank you it is. Thank you for being a friend. So I'll just line it up first so that we can get it all happy. Now this is a great time to, if some of you have the Stamp and Seal Plus, I know a lot of us do, and we forget to use it, but I know lots of you purchased it. The Seal Plus Press and Seal. This is a good time to use it. So we can do that last, but this bit in particular, because I'm not really going to I always forget where the tearing thing is. I think it's up the top here. Ah, no, it's on the front cover, that's right. I was like, it's in a weird spot. I remember it being in a weird spot. I mean, it's not weird. It's actually very clever. It's actually a smart spot. So I'll just check and make sure that that's lined up nicely. Yes, I really like that there. I think it's framed nicely. I think we've got a little bit of space up here. I think it's giving this enough space down here. So it's just all about, like, you know, if you're using these smaller ones, this is not going to, like, it's not going to sit right. See how you're looking at that and you think there's something not quite right about this, and it just needs to be grounded further down and give it more white space up the top. By white space, I mean empty space. So this needs more space because it's a larger sentiment, and I don't want it to sit flush. There's something about that just does not look nice to my eyes. So I like it to sit so that it's got partial, or you can go partial this way. But because it's colour on colour, I don't like that either. So it's going to sit sort of partially in. So you frame everything else around it so that it fits in the spot right. Now this is the press and seal. So this is how you use it for crafting. It's super handy, but you just lay it on top of your, particularly for these type of flower arrangement type things where you don't want to move it and you want it to stay just where it is. So then you can lift this and you can then proceed to put your glue where you need to put it. You could even use a little bit, like with these ones here, you could use a little bit of tear and tape just to stick it down in place, or come in underneath with your glue just so that you know it's going to stay in place there and stay in place there. But yeah, I like putting the tear and tape, I think is the easiest when you use the press and seal. And that just sits like that. And then you can come back in with your beautiful little piece and press it down like so. And we know that that's where I want it. Yes, that's still looking good because I kind of eyeballed it beforehand. And then just ever so carefully, because it can rip. I haven't had issues, but just carefully pull that away and you can reuse this. There we go. Looks good. Just a little tip for you with the press and seal. And then we do some dimensionals, because of course we can. What dimensionals have I got here? I've got some minis. Where are my big uns? Where are my regulars? Oh, I think we might. Oh no, there they are. It's like, I think we might need another sheet. Oh, it's always accomplishing, isn't it? What did you do today? I finished a sheet of dimensionals. And they'll be like, what are you talking about? This is a big achievement for me. You may not understand, but this is a big deal. We all get it, don't we? We all get it. I hear you all. I get you. You like that tip? Oh, good. It is very handy for things like this, because you get it all spot on. Everything's happy, and then you got to move it all. It's like, no, I don't want to move it all. I want it to stay there, and then I want to stick it down. I'm just putting the insert, because I always love to have an insert. Ooh, I hope this is the right size. I didn't really check, which is a bit naughty of me. Oh, phew. It is the right size. It's the Poppy Parade layer size, if you don't know what size this is. And because we can, because, you know, we have so much paper all the time. Like, let's be honest. We're one pack of paper away from an episode of Hoarders. So why not use it in your card as well? Now, do we go this one? No, I'm going to go that one. Oh, yes. It just finishes it off so nicely. Now, one last thing that we need to do, because we can, is our black matte dots. Yay! I love the matte black dots. I hope they never, ever retire, because they're the best matte black dots. Here they are. I had them out already. They just live on my craft table. They live here. They live in my house rent-free because they're allowed to. Take your pick, tool, where are you? Oh, nope, nope. You should see how much is on my table. Oh, it was in my cup. Got to do that after every finish. Now, do we go... Okay, I need another decision, people. Do we go white or black? Lock it in. White or black embellishments? Lock in your answer while I do a tidy, because I'm going to knock everything off the bench in a second. I'll get my chamois ready. My ShamWow. Black or white? Which one are we going to do? Ooh, we've got one of each so far. And there's that gorgeous stamp set. Isn't that beautiful? Even if you get this literally just for the sentiments, they're just so perfect. The font, the size, it's, yeah. Stampin' Up! Have rocked it. Oh, gonna mix it both. And I love with the chamois, it's just, it looks disgusting, but that's it. My stamps are clean now. I know that I can put that stamp set away and then it's going to love me for it. It's like, thank you. Thank you for cleaning me right away. So if you're in the habit of not cleaning your stamp sets, I'm not the tidiest crafter. I make a really big mess very quickly and I don't put things away, but that is one thing I do not negotiate on. I always clean my stamp sets as soon as I'm finished. That's probably the only thing I'm a bit like strict about on myself, because I want them to be cared for. I want them to be looked after. I want to be a good mother to my stamp sets. Oh, that's so nice, Christine. Are you coming to this on stage? Because we're going to have lots of fun gifts and everything with us. Hopefully we have some swaps organised as well. That would be really cool. I mean, I know we're going to have swaps, but I know we're also going to run out of swaps really quickly. So make sure you come up and say hello, and we can have some swappings and some present giving, and I love it. Try them each and see. I love it. Who do you think has won? Who's the adjudicator? I wonder if Bruno's still in the house. He can be our adjudicator. Is it black or white? Look at that, people. I've done a clean of all of the stamps. So yes, this stamp set, holy moly, it is just gorgeous. If you don't have this in your repertoire, I know we say to ourselves, but I've already got flowers, but you don't have these flowers. These flowers are uniquely artistic. They are. They're very unique. The name even tells you that they are. Look at that. All clean and tidy. Oh, so good. All the blocks have been popped away. Now, let's go back and have a look. I think I'm going to have to count. Ooh, there's a lot of whites. I think we're seeing more whites than black. I think we are. Ooh, then Patricia goes and puts black. Let's have a look. We can always change our mind, okay? So I think we're going to do... Here's some white. Here we go. Whoa, really zoomed in there. This is the white. Does look very nice. I really don't think whatever we use, I think is going to look amazing, isn't it? What do you think, people? I think the white does look very pretty. This is the black. Let's pop it in a spot. Ooh, the black does look nice too. Let's have a little look. So if you ever want to move your embellishments, it totally can happen because of our Take Your Pick tools. You can change your mind, which is very exciting because, you know, I like to change my mind. So you just come up underneath. You just got to make sure that you're grabbing the sticker part, and it actually does a very good job at resticking. But if you do find that you know, it needs a bit of help, like after resticking, you can always just add a drop of Tombow glue. Oh, what do we think, everyone? Oh, they're both lovely. I think I'm gravitating towards the black. Yes, I'm the same, Cindy. I think the black, I think it brings in this background because otherwise there's no reference to this black anywhere. Whereas there's a lot of reference to the white in the embossing, the white in the layer, the white in the flowers. I think it just we needed to introduce some black somewhere. I think it's just like gathered it all together and made it all one. So there we go. That was so much fun. So literally this card here was made from this card here. Can you believe it? It's the exact same card, exact same sizing, but just different colours. Look at that. Would you know? Would you be able to pick it in a lineup? I don't think you would. I think you would be totally bewildered. I think you would be surprised. Yes. Yes, and the white it sits nicely with the sentiment, but I really like the black. I think it draws it in. But, you know, you do whatever you want to do. You can replicate these cards. Please don't feel like you have to ask us. That's why we do these videos, to inspire you. And you could possibly even use a different stamp set. You know, use this layout any way you like with any other stamp set. But I really, really love the colours in this. This was inspired by Jessie's love of purple. And so the colours that I used were soft succulent, mint macaron, gorgeous grape, and fresh freesia. It's a really nice combo, that one. It's a really great spring sort of colour, which I think we're meant to be in spring here, but it's like winter. It's not spring at all. So there you go. 2 hours, friends. Thank you so much for being here. Lots of you have been here the entire time, which thank you. Thank you for spending your 2 hours with me. I really appreciate you. And if there's anything that we can do to assist you creatively, business-wise, free product-wise, we're here to help you. We would love, love, love to help you to get all set up and happy. So we'll take a photo together, hey? Yay! That was so much fun. I really enjoyed making this with you. And big shout out to Nancy. She inspired me to make this card. Hers looked completely different, like totally different, but I just really, really wanted to use this stamp set. And thank you for picking all of the embossing folder and the embellishments and the sentiment. You've really helped. This is a collaboration with all of you. So this is your card, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for Choose Your Own Adventure. Black is best on the card. But this is the cool thing, is that we all can choose what, like, either would look amazing, right? We really can't go wrong with Stampin' Up! Products. It's just a matter of figuring out the layout. And once we've got the layout and how it's meant to sit on the card, you know, you can swap out products so easily. And we saw how gorgeous all of those embossing folders were. The splatters are really, I feel really inspired to use the splatters now. I want to think of a card that it's going to work on, because it's a beautiful embossing folder. Yes. Oh, thank you, Elaine. Thank you so much. So have a wonderful afternoon. Have a wonderful week. We will see you before you know it. We'll be like, what? It's a Friday again. What happened? And so next Friday we have a live, but the Friday after we're going to be on stage. We're going to be traveling. So there will be no live on Friday. However, we will have a jam-packed weekend where there'll be lots of live videos, lots of things happening, because we're going to be filming everything that's happening at On Stage, which is super exciting. We're going to bring you along with us. So for those of you that weren't able to come along to On Stage, it's okay. You can come along with us. So be sure to follow our social media channels, kyliebertucci.com. But really, I think the main one would be Instagram. We'll be doing lots and lots of videos on there. And usually Bruno does a YouTube video afterwards to sort of show the whole event and showcase lots of the new products and people that we met, all the swaps that we received. So there's going to be heaps and heaps of content coming out from that event that we're going to share with all of you. So it will feel like you've come along with us. And even if you did come along, please come and say hello to us. We're going to be in Sydney on stage, so come and say hello. We have Jessie assisting us, we have Bruno along with us, so we are never too busy to say hello to you. That's the funnest part of the whole thing. I love that bit. It's my favorite bit, saying hello to all of you and getting lots of hugs. So thank you, so nice to see you. Oh yes, please give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed today, and please share if you think someone would enjoy this video, get some creative ideas, little tips, then please, share along. I love what Samantha said. Kylie's packing us all up with us. Yes, you're all coming with us. You're coming in our suitcase and you're coming to On Stage in 2 weeks. But we will see you next week for a fun event together. Who knows what we're going to be doing next week? I don't ever know. You may know more than I know. Probably. Oh, that's good. Yes, Bruno will show you behind the scenes for sure. So thank you very much, and hopefully you have a wonderful day. If you haven't shopped with us before, we would love to assist you if you live in Australia. Can I just give a shout out to all our new customers? We've had, I think I had a look at our reports. In the last 3 months, I think we've had at least 4 new customers every month. Brand new. So thank you. I'm guessing you're all coming from YouTube. If you are, please let us know where you find us, because it's been so exciting to see so many new names. We give out loyalty vouchers, we give our free tutorial bundle. What else do we have? Customer card that we give to all of our new customers. Well, every customer receives a customer card and loyalty vouchers, and tutorial. So please, if you'd like to have a shop and you'd like to experience what it's like to be Bertucci'd, we would like to Bertucci VIP you, then please have a shop and find out what it's like to receive our customer service and see how we can help you creatively as well. Because we have a card making course as well that we send to you. So lots of cool things, lots of things to keep you busy. So please, if you're looking for a shop, we'd love to help you. No matter how small or how large, we're here to help you. So yes. Oh, so nice to go to on stage. Yes, this is the first time in 3 years. I'm like a kid in a candy store. I'm going to be so excited. So yeah. So have a lovely afternoon, everyone. I'm going to go catch up with my Crazy Crafters team now and give them the weekly updates. We do that every week, a video, just to keep them up to date with what's going on with Stampin' Up. And we were going to do an awards night or awards afternoon today, but we're doing it next week. So that's a bit exciting. We have a yearly Crazy Crafters award, and they win prizes and vouchers and a big congratulations for all their hard work. So that's going to be a lot of fun to catch up with all of them. So thank you very much. Hopefully you can join our team soon and we can help you to experience lots of fun connection. Maybe you can even sell some products. Who knows? It is entirely up to you. So thank you very much for being here, everyone, and we shall see you next week. Bye, everyone. See you soon. Thanks for coming. Bye. See you, everyone. I'll look out for your goodbyes. Bye. Bye, everyone. See you soon. Thanks for coming.